proudly presents 12 rounds of boxing for the European Middleweight Championship. Sponsored by Betfair, don't settle for less, in association with Northfire Scots, and welcome to Yorkshire. And a very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports HD. And the viewers joining us in Poland, dzień dobry, dobry wieczór, witamy on N Sport. This is Fight Night Live! All the officials appointed by the EBU and the British Boxing Board of Control. Supervisor Charlie Giles. Our timekeeper at the bell is Colin Roberts. Our three judges, all from England, Phil Edwards, Howard Foster and Marcus MacDonald, and the referee in charge of the action from Wellingborough, England, John Keane. And here we go. Introducing to you firstly the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks trimmed with white, weighing in at 11 stone 5 pounds 15 ounces, 8 fight record, 27 wins, 20 inside the scheduled distance, and just one defeat. He comes to the ring as the former European middleweight champion from Red Hill, and fighting out of Poland, please welcome Grzegorz Proksa. Across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed with gold, weighing in at 11 stone 5 pounds 6 ounces, 20 fight record, 17 wins, 1 inside the scheduled distance, and 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending European middleweight champion, making his first defense from the fighting town of Merthyr Tydfil. He is the pride of the valleys. It's Kerry. Ho! So let's get the action underway then, Sky Sports fans, and N Sport joining us in Poland. Here we go, 12 rounds of boxing for the European Middleweight Championship.
Oh. Come here. You both received your instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect. Shake hands.
Here we go again. 2 thrillers so far tonight. Thrice would be nice. Fascinating rematch for the venerable old European middleweight title, which produced a major upset on the Brookhatten Bill here in March, as Kerry Hope was seen as a no-hoper, and he derailed the prestigious-looking Pole Grzegorz Proksa. Likeable lad from Wales who's grabbed his opportunity, but can he keep up there? Can he retain the belt? Repeat or revenge, do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I think Hope has a great chance of repeat. I mean, he's not the favourite, he's probably not entitled to be the favourite, but Proksa's not a special fighter. He's been very carefully brought along. I mean, a big win, winning the title against Sylvester, but he's not a special fighter. I don't believe Proksa can box as badly as he did before, so in my eyes that makes him the favourite. But Hope has the confidence of knowing he's done it before, and something you've done before, well, logic tells you you can do it again.
Glenn was telling us on ringside that Proksa had real trouble with the southpaw style of Kerry Hope, that it gave him all sorts of difficulties when Hope got into a rhythm, but it was a close one first time round. Proksa has power, and he won the European title in terrific fashion himself, stopping Sebastian Sylvester in 3 rounds, so it was a real shock when he lost it in his first defence.
Well, they're both throwing kind of wild punches in the early stages here, so they're both a little bit maybe too fired up. Proksa obviously annoyed, feeling that he did enough to win the first meeting, so they're both just going to have to settle down and get a bit more quality into their work. It's kind of wild and woolly at the moment. Oh, good shot. That was a good shot.
Yeah, and body shot as well. Decent power. That's a bit naughty.
Yeah, Hope was forced to hold on there, grab hold. I think he was hurt by that.
Has been stopped before a couple of times, Kerry Hope, by Matthew Hall and Taz Jones, but he's an improved fighter since then.
I think the big problem for Hope, we're up in the middleweight division, and he doesn't really have a lot of punching power. You get away with that in certain divisions up to a level, but middleweight, really, you have to command the respect of an opponent. And that's the big problem for him tonight, because Proksa will be fired up.
Just one knockout on the Hope slate. Bags of heart, determination, and ability too. Good resistance. But if he can't hurt Proksa, he's going to have to outbox him, and outbox him clearly.
I mean, fighters who don't punch, then they're always in terrific shape because they're expecting fights to go the distance. But as I say, in the middleweight division, you want to have that little bit of snap in your punches. Proksa's finding it in his.
Yep, fast start from Proksa, another left hand. Hope just has to grab hold.
Look at the look on Proksa's face, he's loving this.
There's a cut as well, right eye. And I think it was a punch that caused that for Kerry Hope.
It was a punch. It was a punch.
Okay. Right, Paul. Come on, you've took his best shots, haven't you?
Yeah.
First time around, it was Grzegorz Proksa who was cut badly. This time, Kerry Hope, right eye, first round, and it was a difficult one for the Welshman.
And it was a punch that caused the cut, so if he can continue, his title has gone. It was a punch that caused it, with no clashes of heads.
Fairy tale story, Kerry Hope becoming a European middleweight champion. No one expected it, but can he keep at this level? Remember, Grzegorz Proksa was unbeaten before Hope outpointed him. 27 victories now in 28 fights. Proksa, and many people believe he was a world star of the future.
I always just felt it was very, very carefully handled. And when the fighters are handled as carefully as that, I wonder if there's an underlying reason. But he's full of confidence here. You can look at the body language, the expression on his face. And unfortunately, we haven't seen any structure in Hope's boxing at the moment. He's been caught with silly punches, and he doesn't seem to have a plan. It's been taken away from him.
Proksa has a big support here. Based in Surrey most of the time. From Jaworzno in Poland. And the Polish TV are here. They still believe in him as he smiles. He says he overtrained for Hope first time round.
Yeah, well, I wish some fighters at the end of a good fight would just put their hands up and say, the other guy won it, fair enough, I'm fed up with excuses.
Good left hand there, Jim.
Yep, we get through with that. And to be honest, I don't believe in overtraining. I mean, his staleness is a mental complaint. All you need is a rest if you've trained hard.
Tell you what, he looks a different fighter from March here, Proksa. Bursting with confidence, getting through Hope's guard, shaking him early. I think this could be revenge.
Yeah, it's just the body language of Proksa. Look at that, just leading with the left hand there. Just there's a kind of a strut about his work. He's loving this. He's proving a point. That's what he's here to do, and he's quite happy that he's doing that at the moment. Seen some flashy stuff now.
A lovely jab. Good movement from Proksa. He's got 20 knockouts in his 27 victories. Good chin, Hope, but has been troubled by body shots.
I mean, Hope really has to tighten things up. He's throwing wild punches himself. He wants to tighten up and just maybe, if things don't work for a couple of rounds, accept that. Oh, what a shot that was.
Beautiful punch and body shots. Followed it up and a left hand, and Hope's in trouble, and he holds on. Might go down here in the second. Well, he proved a decent chin, but he can't keep taking punches like that.
See, as I was saying, there's no structure, there's no defence. He's throwing crazy punches, taking chances, and he's paid the penalty there. Terrific that he didn't go over from that, because that punch was bang on the button.
Leg still shaky of Kerry Hope.
You said this won't let him. Yeah, get through these 2-3 rounds.
Your eyes, love.
Kids, you're just going to be more busy with that jab. Pal, listen, you're standing in front of him. Kerry,
Yeah.
you're drawing into a fire what he wants you to do. We don't want that. In and out, what we said. Let him miss. Yeah.
Any
Soon
confidence he picked up winning the European title has surely just gone straight out the window.
Yeah, well, he had a bad opening round, but I mean, you can see the defences here, they're wide open. He needs to tighten things up. He needs to get through a few rounds, then hope for a bit of success, but he's trying things from long range. trying wild punches, and he's been punished for it. And Proksa, a little bit unorthodox himself in some of the punches he throws, but there's certainly some snap behind him. And Hope did well not to wind up on the floor in the second round there.
Darren Barker's just alongside us at ringside. He comes back on September the 8th and may well tackle the winner of this. Well, first signs, the first 2 rounds, looks like it's going to be Grzegorz Proksa. But a long way to go.
Yeah, and I think Hope has to remember it's a long way to go, so don't blow everything out in the early stages, don't do silly things, don't get yourself hurt. So just work away, try to find a way to get yourself into the fight. There's plenty of time.
He has found a fresh appetite from teaming up with Carlins, another of our real improving trainers on the Northwest scene. Proksa just ragged there, better with a body shot, and he can be like that. Bag of tricks.
Yeah, I mean, that's his style. He's all over the place. You know, he doesn't settle down, but the punches are landing, and the left hand lead from that southpaw stance is landing. And he's still got that look of a man who knows he has everything under control. This is as good as I've seen him, actually.
Well, he's got 12 rounds to do it, and he knows Hope can't really punch. That's a big swaying confidence there for him.
Yeah, and the fact that he can afford to take chances, Hope can't because he's already been hurt. Hope not able to make any impression. Proksa seems able to land the punches any time he chooses.
Rapid jab from the southpaw style. Proksa in those red trunks, red and white, that he usually wears, the all blue of Kerry Hope.
Well, they've done a good job on the cut, thankfully that hasn't been a factor.
Hope tries a left hand of his own. Attempts to get the jab going. He needs a rhythm, doesn't he, Hope?
Yeah, I'd like to see him tighten things up a little bit. The chin down, the hands up, and see if he can maybe edge himself into range. But he's throwing wide punches that Proksa can see from a mile away. He's to tighten up, get the chin down, the hands up, and see if he can get himself into punching range.
Crisp and clean, some of these punches from Proksa, and they weren't last time. He looked all at sea at times. Cuts reopened.
Now this is good stuff from Proksa. I mean, it's unconventional, but it's as good as I've seen him. And certainly he's getting the result at the moment.
Well, we have seen him on a fair few undercards here over the years. Proksa, nice uppercut. He's dealt with plenty of our British opposition, preliminary fighters.
Do what we've done in the gym. Hey, listen, Kerry.
Welcome back to what's been a fabulous night in Yorkshire of boxing as Carlins with Kerry Hope.
Move, counter him. Jab move.
Stay where you are, stay where you are.
Come on, son.
Stay where you are.
Come on. Come on.
It's already been one of those draining type of nights. I bet Gavin Rees, Derry Matthews, Kell Brook and Carson Jones are all having a little rest now. We could do with one.
Yeah, well, I tell you, no, the nights of boxing like this, my energy levels are up, my adrenaline's flowing. It's been a terrific night. And I have to say, for Kerry Hope, an achievement. When you look at the talent we have domestically in the middleweight division, what a terrific achievement, winning the European title. We always knew hanging on to it was going to be really tough, and that's how it's proving tonight.
Just warming up now. Proksa really planting his feet, looking for the body and head of Hope. Just grimaces there.
That was quality there from Proksa. That really was impressive.
Doesn't quite have the skill set to be able to deal with Proksa on this sort of form. It really is a good division domestically, the middleweights, as Jim was saying. Darren Barker here, Martin Murray, Matthew Macklin, Andy Lee, of course, from Ireland. We We'd love to see all those guys fight each other.
Well, Hope's getting his jab and working, finding the target a bit more often here. Maybe Proksa just becoming a little bit sloppy there, just overconfident.
Again, the fans cheer on Proksa. He's busier now, Hope.
I mean, you have to wonder if they want to move Proksa onto a higher level with that defence. You wonder if he would be caught out. And as I said, he has been pretty carefully matched throughout his career. But at times he does look class.
It's still dangerous with that left hand, Proksa. And again, and a head bump as well for good measure.
Yeah, Hope's punches are still too wide. Not really much hope of landing. Proksa really in the driving seat. That was better from Hope.
The problem's always going to be, can he deter Proksa, slow him down? Good left hand from Proksa. Not moving his head enough, Hope, for that. But he's plenty game enough.
Yeah, and he's still looking lively. Still plenty of energy in what he's doing. What he's doing is not working, but there's plenty of energy in it. So if he gets himself past the halfway stages, looks likely, then who knows what the second half will bring. But another round to Proksa.
When he's taking these shots, near the corner quicker, Carl. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
well, a little bit better from Kerry, Hope.
Yeah, but he was getting into range, using the jab a little bit more, but again, the punches that count. Another round where they were coming from the other fella.
Seconds out, round 5.
Here's the fifth round, European 11 stone 6 belt on the line. Kerry Hope's first defence against the man he conquered. Hope from Merthyr Tydfil, famous fight town in South Wales. Produced Howard Winston, Eddie Thomas, Johnny Owen, of course. And he's really proud to be a holder of such a prestigious title, Kerry Hope. Can he hang on to it? Grzegorz Proksa has looked pretty good so far. Ragged at times, as always, but he's delivered much better punches than Hope.
Yeah, in every round, but Hope, to his credit, he's tried to tighten things up a little bit here. His hands are up higher. He's trying to get himself closer. But just, he's been beaten to the punch. Proksa so far just looks a little bit too good for him.
He'll be so determined, Kerry Hope, to keep at this level. I mean, he's catapulted himself into world class. He's ranked number 4 by the WBA. That's amazing from where he was 6 months ago.
Well, it's usually the WBC that put a value on the European title, but I mean, that's really is flattering. He's number 4 in Britain, probably.
9 by the IBF, 7 by the WBO, 14 by the WBC. Pretty impressive, seeing as he was out of the picture a year ago.
Yeah, but he's got his boxing together a bit better here. He's looking more structure about it. The chin's down, the hands are up, he's edging forward. This is what we're looking for.
Some blood to the nose of Proksa. Just tends to drift at times. Maybe losing concentration. An on-top fighter, Proksa.
See, I think there's a lot of wasted energy in what Proksa does, you know, swinging all over the place. He doesn't set himself. There's a lot of movement that's not needed. And over the 12 rounds, that can be a bit of a problem. And he's not really looking dominant in this round. This is better from Hope.
Sticking in there, Kerry Hope. Trying to launch a right hook. Still looks fresh, Proksa. But you're right, the arms, the windmills, they catch up with him. Better from Hope there. Good left hand.
Well, this has been a decent round for Hope. Looking full of energy, which is going to be required. So if he gets himself into the second half of this, who knows? I think we've seen everything that Proksa can do. He's not going to get any better. So Hope is coping with it, and he's fit enough to start making an impression, but this is a close round.
Yeah, Hope might have nicked that. Pretty.
Come on. Yeah.
What a very good and bright start from Grzegorz Proksa. But Kerry Hope has got heart, belief, stubbornness and fitness, Jim.
Yeah, and toughness, and he's getting his boxing together. That was much better from him. You know, he was shaping up like a boxer, getting the chin down, the hands up, and moving forward, you know, constructively. A little bit more of a plan in that round. I thought maybe he just nicked it. There's still a long way to go.
The two southpaws who met on March the 17th and do so again for the European belt. Good right hand from Proksa. He's the puncher in there. But so far, you know, Kerry Hope has lived with it.
Yeah, he's moved up a gear, Proksa. He's putting punches together again, and that's what Hope can't cope with. When Hope's allowed to make the first move, he looks okay. But when Proksa sets off first, he can't cope with it.
Both turned way back in 2005. Very different careers. Proksa well looked after. As Jim said, maybe even protected. Kerry Hope not. He's fought out in the States. He's had it tough. Closing the distance, Kerry Hope.
And this is a good time to make a little move while there's still plenty of time to turn things around. Just show Proksa that, you know, take that strut away from his boxing and that grin away from his face. He's maybe doing that now.
Needs rounds though, doesn't he, Hope?
Yep, he does. But he's got the jab working and he's stepping in with this. Not the accuracy that's required. Proksa's still the one producing the accuracy at the moment.
Yeah, Proksa already much better than he was first time around. Nice work. Befuddling Hope, side to side. The sort of awkward style he's got. Fast movement.
But the fact that Hope takes what he's got and just keeps walking through, that can become demoralising. I expect Proksa will be in great shape after slipping up the first time. If he's not, then he could be found out. These are good shots, yeah.
Just more variety, class. Is there a marker on the ear of Kerry Hope? Something. Yep, the ear, as well as the cut eye. That's a strange one.
Yeah, I wonder if the inside of the glove has maybe torn the ear a little bit. Maybe a cuffing punch has landed. It is an unusual one. The head's coming together there.
Time out here. John Keane's just going to have a little look at the ear.
I think John Keane will be making sure the blood's not coming from inside the ear, that it's on the flap. You know, it's on the ear lobe. And that's the case, it's not a worry, but if blood was coming from inside the ear, then that's a different matter altogether.
Doctor's up there, Jim. He says it's fine. Just precautionary from the experienced referee, John Keane. And back to the action. Hope driving his shots through. Right hand and a smile from Proksa. Let's get over to Ed, who's got Darren Barker and Spencer Oliver with him.
Well, Darren, you're spying on two prospective opponents here. How do you think they look?
You know, I just think both of them seem to be neglecting the basics of the time. You know, they seem to, you know, if I think this is European level, you know, I don't. You know, I'm watching this and I'm not too overly impressed. I mean, you know, I think, thinking of myself being there as a possible opponent, I can't see myself losing.
Spencer, two southpaws are often quite messy together, but this wasn't the way last time.
No, Proksa has made amends for the last time. He's done his homework, he's keeping his distance, he's picking his shots well. As Darren said, he doesn't really seem to be going through the gears. Proksa's winning comfortably. One move behind at the moment, but, you know, you feel that Proksa's going to win this one.
And you think Proksa will win it?
I think Proksa, he's looking the more dangerous with that left hand. Sometimes loans up a bit too much of it, but I think he'll win.
Yeah, Proksa was a favourite before this, despite losing first time around, but it was close, wasn't it, the first encounter? It wasn't wide to Hope.
No, and I didn't feel that Proksa could box as badly as that again, and that's what kind of nudged him as the favourite in my eyes. But to be honest, I haven't seen a great structure from Hope in this one. He's getting into the fight a little bit more now, but he just didn't seem to know what he was about in the early rounds.
Had a good win over Tony Hill, Kerry Hope, before beating Proksa, who's just to up the pace here in the second half of this European middleweight title. He wants to regain that crown. He wants to tackle Darren Barker in September, and he's putting some meat into these punches now, Proksa.
Darren was saying he doesn't use the basics, it's that kind of queer style punches from all angles, but there are little times when he pulls himself together. There you go,
beautiful right
punch.
hand, lovely shot. Hope hurt, just disorganised. He's going to have to get himself together quickly here, because there's a lot of time in the round. Hope.
Just saying, there are times when he pulls himself together, gets his hands up, he looks classy. He's had the gum shield come out there.
Yeah. Gum shield out. Not always been clean and pretty, this fight, but still plenty of leather being thrown, and at another pace. They've all been at pace tonight, haven't they, these fights?
Yeah, and the referees in every fight haven't had to get involved too much, but we haven't seen messy clinching. The styles have all gelled. It's been a terrific night's boxing, and this is a nice little finisher.
Yeah, Darren didn't seem overly impressed with either of these two. Of course, he was in with the best southpaw middleweight in the world in Sergio Martinez.
A good body shot from Proksa. He's putting some spite into the shots now. Hope looks hurt there.
Trying to right a wrong here, Grzegorz Proksa.
He's dominating at the moment. That's the first time we've said he's doing that. He's actually dominating.
He said he overtrained last time. He must have trained very hard and right this time, because he looks terrific, fitness-wise.
You see the blood coming again from Hope's ear. No, he looks in terrific shape this time.
Good left hand again. Just can't miss with that shot. Hope taking too many of these. No defence and no real head and shoulder movement. Is it back to reality for Kerry Hope?
Well, it's been a terrific achievement which can never be taken away from him. And he's giving it everything again, trying to hang on to his title. He's putting up a show. He just doesn't have the experience, I think, at this level to produce it again. It was an upset, which he doesn't seem capable of doing again.
You're standing in front of him. When he hits you like that, you've got to get over him and walk him forward. Yeah? You caught him then, because you stood back and let him come on to you.
I think it's draining away from Kerry Hope, this.
Yeah, well, there was a little point in that round where Proksa was actually dominating the action. Hurtful punches, body shots, switching to the head. I mean, that was class. Every now and again, we've just seen a little bit of class from him. I'm maybe going to have to change my mind about him. I've just thought he's always been so well protected, away down the bottom of bills, hidden away. But beginning to flower a bit, but there you can see that the stats telling the story.
Over double landed. Good success rate for Grzegorz Proksa. Certainly didn't look like that at this stage back in March. What can Kerry Hope do? Time running out. His first European middleweight title defence. Great story. So many people in the trade so happy for him. But Grzegorz Proksa, let's give him some credit too. He's gone back to the drawing board. He's worked out what he did wrong last time, and he's doing a much better job here. That's good from Hope.
got to make the first move, Hope. Difficult countering this fella because the punches are coming from weird directions at times. And that left hand really works well for Proksa.
Trying to snap out the jab, Kerry Hope. Slapdash there, not even looking, Proksa. But he did that, beautiful left hand.
I mean, it actually looks though it comes out of his pocket, that punch. I mean, that's the reason the Hope doesn't see it coming. He brings it from the hip. Terrific punch, difficult one to deal with.
Targets the body, Proksa. Keeps landing that left hook to the head. Hope still standing. Maybe he should be working more downstairs, Proksa.
Well, he knows he's in a comfortable position, so he won't want to change too much. And he's putting on a little bit of a show. You've seen the flashy stuff from him now.
Hope trying to chase him down, but then gets rattled with a couple. Winning comfortably here, Proksa. Yeah, razzle-dazzle too.
He looks physically strong as well, Proksa. So, I mean, Proksa, Darren Barker, it's a fight I would look forward to, and it's a fight that can be made. Yep, I think that'd be a good match if this carries on.
All right, down goes Hope, heavily. At the end of the 8th round, oh, his legs almost have gone. I think John Key might stop this here and now. He's down at one, he doesn't know where he is really. It's all over. Revenge sweet for Grzegorz Proksa, who regains his European middleweight title. And he is absolutely elated. He's down on his knees, and Kerry Hope, well, he was outclassed and outboxed for most of it. And then a thunderous shot, and his fairy tale, it is back to reality for poor Kerry Hope, former European middleweight champion now. This guy's back, Proksa.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I think it's a good finishing punch. I think it's the kind of punch, if Kerry Hope had been well in the fight, if it had been a tough battle, that he was maybe, sharing the spoils, he could maybe have taken that punch and carried on. But I think everything was going against him. It was a gradual grind down, if you like. It was a terrific performance from Proksa. It's as good as I've seen him, and he showed some classy moves. He does some strange things. He does have an unusual style. But we've seen plenty of successful fighters in the past having that. Tonight, they come here with a job that had to be done, and they did it impressively.
Look what it means to him and the Polish fans who've made the journey over, and the ones that are based around Surrey as well. He's got quite a following, Grzegorz Proksa. He's back, and I'll look forward to that fight if it can be made with Darren Barker, because he got it right tonight against Kerry Hope.
I mean, I was beginning to question, did he have the power on those shots because they were coming from the hip? Well, that answered the question. Bang on the chin, beautiful punch, while Hope was in the process of throwing a punch of his own, and you can see the look on his face. He looks to the corner, he gets up, and the count of 7 or 8, he goes back down onto the knee again. So I think that was all the signs that John Keane needed to know it was time to get him out of there. Kerry Hope knew the job was too big for him tonight. I think that he'd been left with that impression in every round. Proksa was always a move ahead. He'd badly hurt him there, so I'm glad the referee called it off.
Another very watchable fight. Draining for these boxers tonight. Kerry Hope loses his European middleweight title, and Grzegorz Proksa has it back. It's a celebration for the book. A new one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Roberts has recorded a time of 2 minutes and 59 seconds of the 8th round. Referee John Keane has stopped the contest with Hope in no position to continue. Your winner and regaining the middleweight champion of Europe, the new champion from Poland, Grzegorz Proksa.
He was dejected here in March when he lost his title to Kerry Hope, but revenge is sweet for Grzegorz Proksa. We'll hear from him in a couple of minutes' time. And there's more from a busy bill here in Sheffield, including former British champion Lee Purdy takes on Chris Johnson. That's on the way. First fight was a classic. Second fight, one-sided beating. Grzegorz Proksa, the new European middleweight champion, the winner with Ed.
Grzegorz, congratulations. What did that win mean to you?
This is, how can I tell you, something we're missing for me very much. This last fight with Kerry, it was so ugly pain for me, because inside I didn't feel that I lost. I respect him, he's a warrior, but I know that my performance was very weak at this day. Like we spoke before the fight, yeah? But I was thinking that I did enough to win that fight. I couldn't sleep for more than 1 month. Can you believe it? I was waking up 2 o'clock a.m. I was walking in my city, and I couldn't find myself how it's possible that I feel everything to win and I lost the fight. And I say to Chris Barski to speak with Barry and give me a rematch as quick as it's possible, because, you know, even my
Won
wife...
the rematch. Darren Barker is here. Is that a fight you take next?
It's not my case. I wanted to fight with Barker 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't remember. But this doesn't matter for me who will be next. I'm the European champion. It will be a big honor for me to fight with Barker. He's a very good boxer. And I think that we can do a very, very good show, because he's a very good skill boxer, you know.
Well done tonight. Well done.
Barry, one determined man after the defeat to Hope last time.
It just shows you how upset he was at the first one. He thought he'd won the fight. It was a close fight, but he proved in this performance that he can turn things around and he can produce form again when the pressure's on. And he's unconventional, very successful the way he punches single shots, but he needs to put punches together in combinations if he's going to fight at world level, because, you know, certainly on that performance I would pick any of the domestic lads to do a number on him. He's got to get his hands up, he's got to put punches together, and I think he lacks stamina.
Darren Barker, they're talking about next. What sort of fight will we get there?
I think Darren Barker is a very stylish boxer. He did everything correct. He keeps his hands up. I think Proksa is a little bit overrated. I mean, he made Kerry Hope, you know, he was all over him. Kerry Hope didn't seem to have the intensity he had last time, didn't have the belief he had last time, and Proksa won easy, but I think a total different story with a classy fighter like Darren Barker.
What about Hope, the future for him?
Well, you know what, he had a dream. He managed to get the European title. He's in the history books, he's done it. I just think Barry always uses this phrase, it's about levels, and his level was exposed in this fight. Proksa was complacent the first time, made sure he didn't make the same mistake this time. He's a very unorthodox fighter, and he basically beat Hope up.
Okay, a bit more action for you from the busy undercard here. Former British champion up next, Lee Purdy, trying to work his way back into the major title mix after losing his Lonsdale belt to Colin Lyons tonight, making the